Baby, one thing about me, I'm gonna use Klarna. Split that shit up. I don't give a damn if it costs 25 cents. Charge me 5 cents every 2 weeks. Bye.
I wonder if she has an emergency savings account. Probably not. If you guys haven't been living underneath a rock, I don't know if you guys saw the news, but DoorDash is now allowing you to have fast food layaway. Yeah, that's right. You can use the Buy Now Pay Later app Klarna on your DoorDash purchases. You know, when I saw this, I looked at it, I said, this can't be. Are you telling me that they're allowing you to break up large fries into 4 easy payments? And it can't be that people will be this foolish to go ahead and use an app like that.
Stop it. Get some help.
But you know me, I have receipts. But we're gonna jump right into it. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. And also to have a newsletter. Yes, a newsletter. It is completely free. How can you beat that? You can't. And if you need any type of financing that deals with commercial properties or investment properties, I am your guy. I've been a lender for almost 20 years, and I can assist you with that. That information is in the pinned comment in the description, guys.
I'm not saying we're a society on the verge of collapse, but when DoorDash is offering you a payment plan, something's going terribly wrong. Like, I feel like if you got to finance your burrito bowl, it doesn't scream to me golden age of prosperity. I know grocery prices are getting higher. I know everyone's struggling, but if you have a 4 installment payment plan for a McFlurry, you've lost the plot, my friend.
Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the whole elect. Lords in the gospel, broad lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just another lesson through the Spirit. I remember the brothers and myself was speaking on this maybe a couple of weeks ago about how you can actually you can take out a loan for fast food or Klarna, which you got Klarna, you got Afterpay, and I believe you have another one, which basically allows you to pay later. You know, like they do it in retail now. Like if you want to buy a video game, hell, if you want to buy furniture, you could put that shit on Klarna depending on how good your credit score is. And then what happens is that you tally up these points and you get what they call a spending limit point. So like if you got like 2,000 points because you pay Klarna, or you actually allow Klarna to take out of your account every 2 weeks, then your purchasing power quadruples with it, which is basically a credit-based algorithm. I mean, but the fact that people are putting fast food on a fucking Klarna app, that shit is wild, bro. I mean, I get it. You know, a Big Mac run about $10, you know, which is totally not worth that. But like my man said, if you got to finance a burrito bowl and a McFlurry and a fucking oatmeal cookie, which is going to probably be about $15, then, you know, you people are totally through, man. Okay, this is the sign of not a recession, but this is more like a depression. And they claim that we're actually worse off than Great Depression. Okay, you just have something which is called not fractional reserve banking, but you have what they call quantitative easing. Okay, which basically what they do is prop up the dollar and add pretty much 0 to none interest rates to give your money purchasing power. But really, this shit is through, man. Okay, because, hey, let's say if I want to go to Wendy's and get a number 6 extra large with a 20-piece McNugget, and that's a $15, $20 meal, and I'm putting that shit on Klarna, and they're charging interest on that shit. You people are wild, man, and you thinking that, oh, yeah, that's a good thing, but the scriptures say they should think themselves to be in good case, but even then shall evils continue in great confusion. So this is completely, this shit is through, man. This is over with. Eat now and cry later. And I ain't damn sure ain't finna fat. Look, if I can do that, then let me put some groceries on Klarna. Let me put some from Whole Foods or Natural Grocers or something on, you know, an actual healthy spot. I'm not finna go ahead and finance no goddamn double quarter pounder with cheese meal, man. Okay, with fucking leaf lettuce and quarter onions and mac sauce. Okay, and you got these niggas out here, they doing that shit because you can't afford nothing, man. How about you able to put your rent on Klarna? Which you probably can do that. All right, but this shows you the time we're in. We're in a time of a great collapse. And they're talking about it. They said when this systematic collapse comes, which is done intentionally, by the way, because they want to bring in a digital-based system. But once this collapse, they said this is going to be the Great Depression 10.0. To the point, it ain't going to come back up. The dollar's is going to be non-existent by the time they open the economy back up. It's going to be non-existent, okay? Because you got the retail giants like Macy's. They're closing, I believe, like 70-something stores. You got Kmart, they're already through. But you had Big Lots. You had, not Joann's, but I think Big Lots. And it was another fabric store that closed down. Hell, all the Toys R Us is gone. You know, all the big box stores that we grew up with, they're fucking gone. You know, and the only thing you got now is pretty much Walmart, Target, and Amazon for real. You know, your things like your KB Toys, your GameStops are closing. Hell, they're closing Foot Lockers. If anybody is familiar with a retail giant called Foot Action, which was a subsidiary of Foot Locker, I don't think there's any more Foot Actions in America, man. Or if there is, it's very, very few. Okay? So, yeah, man, things are getting bad. All right? Check this out. It says financing food, child. Shit getting real out here for real, for real. Yeah, and they know because people ain't got it like that. You know? Peep this. It says, don't forget the prices on DoorDash are already higher. But this is the sign of a people getting ready to fail. This shit is getting ready to fall, man. It says, so do you have to pay off the loan before you can get another loan, or you just keep ordering and adding to your orders to the bill? I don't DoorDash, but I'm just curious. Well, yeah, of course, because you want to order a ton of fast food. You know, Taco Bell want Klarna. You know, it says, yes, it's stupid, but people trying to make money to pay their bills and dissing on people for using DoorDash loans are just pathetic. Yeah, this shit is through, man. But anyway, let's go with precept here. This is the book of Haggai 1, and I'm going to start at verses 5. It says, therefore, thus says Yahweh of hosts, consider your ways. Okay? It says, ye have sown much and bringing little. Yeah, you damn right. All right? Because no matter what, like, they'll say, oh, yeah, we're going to give you guys a 6% increase in raise, right? Now, it may sound good, but you got to understand that that 6% is stretched out over 24 pay periods. So you may see $40, $50, $60 bump in your paycheck. But even with that, even then, taxes going up, so you don't even see that shit. Like, they're like, yeah, we give you guys a 4% increase, but yet you don't even see no extra money on your paycheck. It's like, what the fuck? The shit only went up by like $16. That's not much of a fucking raise. You see what I'm saying? But yet they make it seem like they've done something for you, when the fact that rents are getting higher. And Trump even said it. He said, look, I don't care about the tariffs I'm putting on the auto industry because people gonna buy American anyway. But that's not necessarily true, because you got other countries and manufacturers that don't want to buy American. Okay, and the fact that your half your labor parts and half your parts to fix vehicles are coming from places like China, Mexico, you know, different parts of the world. You have certain car parts that's coming out of China. And if you doing backdoor deals with China and you backdooring China, they're not going to invest in that shit anymore. Okay, because don't nobody want to buy America no more, man. Okay, fucking eggs. Nobody wants to buy eggs for America and Africa, Europe. Nobody wants to buy your shit, bro. Okay, people are like, nah, we good. So therefore, that's getting ready to fall on the American taxpayer, the consumer, and it's going to fuck with people because, with a simple fact, they've outsourced everything. And those jobs that they've outsourced, they're not coming back, man. Okay, you can forget about that. That was over with. During the 2008 financial crisis, yeah, you could kiss them jobs goodbye. This is why mass layoffs are getting ready to come. And it says, ye have sown much and bringing little. It says, you eat, but you have not enough, and ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink, and ye are clothed, but there's none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes, man. All right, and that's where we all are going. We all are feeling a crunch, because this is the most money that people have ever made, you know, in this modern time, especially during the time of the pandemic. People's wages then went up, you know, 3%, 4%, 5%, you know, but even then inflation went up 20%, 17%. They say here in Kansas City, we saw inflation hikes since 2014. Inflation went up down there fucking 60%, man. And it's been up like 40% within the last 3 years. Like, literally, Kansas City has the highest inflation rate within a year. From 2022 to 2023, we saw a 17% in inflation. I mean, rents then dramatically went up. And they are capitalizing off of it, man. Because, I mean, they can sell you a one-bedroom of bullshit for $1,500 a month, when that same one bedroom was going for like $695 a month. Now you gotta now in the amenities, they used to pay sewer, water, and trash. Now they're putting all that on the renter. And low key, they are paying it, but they make you pay the expense, so therefore they taking money off the top. So on top of your rent, you're paying trash expenses, which if you're on a city property or if you're on a city domain, that should be free. All right. But you're paying trash, you're paying for sewer, which I don't know why we paying for that. And then you're paying for water, which water should be free, you know. But it says here, you've planted much little harvest. Now it says you've planted much but harvest little. Yeah. People working 9 to 5s. I mean, they're breaking their back. You got some people working 70, 80 hours a week just to afford the damn light bill, man. And they're still coming up short. Because between groceries and paying rent, some people are choosing to starve, man, because they can't afford it. Okay? Trump cutting food stamps. Section 8 is getting ready to be chopped in half by next year. This is getting ready to be finna feel the squeeze, man. All right? And this is going to set the stage for civil war. And it says, but ye are not satisfied. Ye drink, but are still thirsty, and you put on clothes and cannot keep warm, and your wages disappear as though you were putting them in pockets full of holes. Yeah, because my grandmother had a saying. She says she said money is like water. The minute you get it or the minute it runs out, that's it. Okay, because by the time you get your paycheck, your shit is already chopped in half by taxes, Social Security. If you owe child support, that's another ordeal. You're fucked if you paying that shit, because they're taking more and they're charging you interest on top of that, you know, and you will never get out of the arrears because every month it goes up. Instead of you paying down the arrears through your paycheck, they don't tell you that they're taxing interest on. That's something that they're not supposed to do. So you'll never be done paying those people, you know, which is a fucking fraud in itself. But it's a wicked society. And it says, and your wages disappear as though you were putting them in pockets filled with holes, man. And this is what the Lord of Armies say. Look what is happening to you. Okay. So, yeah, people are losing it. So I'm going to play a couple of minutes of this video and get a couple more precepts, and that'll be that, because this is just like, wow. People are really putting fast food loans on DoorDash. That's crazy.
Friend, like, you can't be looking at your bills at the end of the month. Like, I got my mortgage, I got my electric, I got the car payment. Oh, what's that $3 bill? Oh, that's part of my payment plan for my General So's lunch combo.
Hi, welcome back. So we're going to be checking out videos on the new DoorDash Afterpay. The economy is so bad, we've gotten to a point where people are going to start financing their food. Like, really. That's just how bad it has become right now. So we're going to be checking out videos and hear people's thoughts and opinion about it. Before we get right into this video, please make sure you click the like button. It helps with the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. Let's get right into this video.
If you ever needed a sign that we're in a recession, here you go. Before it get posted all over the news, even though they be late, weeks late, months late, before they announce it, they waiting on everybody tax money to run out. As soon as tax money gone, if it wasn't for tax time right now, it'll already be more easily visible. But DoorDash is rolling out with Klarna. That's a buy now, pay later. Basically, you can lay away food. You can buy whatever the hell you want. Spend $100 at damn restaurant and ain't got to worry about it. Just pay it back $20 a week, $15 a week. That's bad as hell for the economy. And businesses like DoorDash know that. They not doing Klarna to help you. They doing that to help themselves. Because if you don't have any money to spend with them, that means they go bankrupt and lose money as well. So the best thing in their interest is to hurt you even further. Because if you don't have it in your pocket to pay for food right now, on top of the other bills that you got credited, it's going to put you further and further and further in the hole. Every time you turn around, it's another bill. If you absolutely need it, cool, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying the psychology behind it on why they doing it. They're doing it more so to help themselves. Because if you don't got money to spend with it.
Yeah, it's wicked, you know what I'm saying? It's a fucking Ponzi scheme. And that's how this devil get down. But, you know, people are losing it. So this is the book of Luke 23. And I'm going to start at verses 27. It says, and there followed him a great company of people and women, which also bewailed and lamented him. But Yahushua turned to them and said, daughters of Jerusalem, weep not for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children. For behold, the days are coming in which they should say, blessed are the bearing, right? Because it's going to be a blessing to not be able to bear kids in these days because of the burden. Okay, you know how much it costs financially? You know how much of a financial burden is to raise a kid? Shit is wild. And you paying child support? It's like, man. And it says, in the wombs that never bear, and the paps which never gave suck. And they should begin to say to the mountains, fall on us, and to the hills, cover us. For if they do these things in a green tree, what should be done in a dry? Yeah, because right now we still got the green tree, but the green tree is getting dry and withered because the resources are drying up. Programs are being stripped. Money is being taken away. Jobs are being lost. So people, therefore, are getting ready to lose their minds, man. Okay, because one thing the American people prided themselves off of was being able to eat. You know, being able to eat and have all these luxurious dainties. And the scriptures say that the Lord was going to do away with all that, man. Okay, because what it says, away and get you up to the wealthy nation, which dwelleth without care. I think that is Jeremiah 49. Yep, 49, and let's start at verses 31. It says, arise and get you up into the wealthy nation that dwelleth without care, says the Lord, which have neither bars nor gates, which dwell alone, and their camels should be booty, and their multitude of cattle will spoil. Yeah, man, because, I mean, you notice, like, the farmers are dying off, they're killing and euthanizing shit, you know? And it says, and I will scatter into all winds them that are in the utmost corners, and I will bring their calamity from all sides, thus says the Lord. And this is happening all over, okay? From inclement weather to the Lord allowing Esau to mess with the weather to bring in an orchestrated famine, because when a famine comes, that's when the gloves are going to come off, when people can't go to Aldi's and Whole Foods and Walmart and get their, you know, their natural nutrition. People are going to literally go to the streets and they're going to riot. Okay, these people are going to literally tear each other limb from limb because they don't have what they need in order to survive, man. And we can see that building up. All right. 2nd Ezra 16:21, it says, behold, victual should be so good, cheap upon the earth, that they should think themselves to be in good case. Yeah, they think, oh, yeah, we could put this on DoorDash. Yeah, y'all could put a fucking double cheeseburger, $1 double cheeseburger on Klarna or Afterpay and pay that shit off every 2 weeks. Here you paying fucking 15 cents every 2 weeks with a 5% tax on it, which is interest, and you good. It took your ass 3 weeks to pay off a fucking Big Mac. Like, that's pathetic, man. You know, but like this Jake said, they're doing it because, hey, it's a marketing strategy and it's basically extortion. But it says they should think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion, okay? Because it appears to be bouncing back or stable, but it's really not, okay? This is the horrible, this economy is pretty bad, and we saw the same trends leading back up to the 2008 collapse, man. Okay, so we can very well see a collapse within a couple of months, Lord's will. And it says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth should perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger should the sword destroy, and the dead should be cast out as dung, and there should no man be left to comfort them, for the earth should be wasted and its cities should be casted down. Yeah, so it's gonna be like I Am Legend out here. All right, so I'm gonna play a couple of minutes of this, and
as it's starting to slow up, they losing out on millions of dollars. So they like, we'll front you this money from wherever you want to order it from, knowing human psychology. Whenever they get something on credit, it just feels like it's kind of free because they ain't got to pay for it right then. But in return, pay even more for it, which you already didn't even have in the first place. And here go the article if y'all want to look at it. DoorDash, buy now, pay later for fast food. It's crazy. I thought it was wild saying you can buy now, pay later Jordans and shit with a firm. Damn near now, it ain't nothing you can't get for the buy now, pay later. Walmart, you can get all the house, everything.
Yeah. For real.
Shit getting out of hand.
Ever wish you could order fast food and then pay for it later? Well, DoorDash is teaming up with the company Klarna to make your delivery dreams come true. Under the partnership, customers will have the option of either paying it full or splitting the charge in 4 equal installments. Users can even postpone payment to, quote, a more convenient time, like a date that aligns with their paycheck. This buy now, pay later service will launch in the coming months.
Do not use Klarna for DoorDash, because when you get rejected from your dream apartment because you defaulted on a loan for $20 for a 4-piece blackened chicken tender meal with an orange high C with no ice from Popeyes, no one's gonna feel sorry for you.
Guys, DoorDash just saved us all. What happens if you want food but have no money? You can just now...
Yeah, motherfucker owe $11K in DoorDash debt. Damn. It says DoorDash and Klarna are joining forces to let users pay for meals and deliveries and installment loans. And Keisha loves this, you know, because she could sit on her fat, funky ass and eat Taco Bell all day, you know. But, hey, this is a sign. Shit is getting hard, brothers. That's why these women been acting real friendly lately, man. These women been hella friendly, man. Like, no matter where I go, it's just like all eyes is on us and shit, you know. I mean, even though, you know, we ain't trying to put ourselves on a pedestal, you know, because, you know, brothers always got some type of attention sometimes, but you got them days when you go out that people just don't want to be around you. But now you can literally walk in a room and it's like they smell something. It's like they smell a fucking, they smell the smell of like some type of frankincense or something, man. And their eyes glow up like, ooh, nah, we don't want you, man. All right. But it says here, let users pay for meal deliveries with installment loans. Card is essential to meet our customers' needs. Not everybody sees it that way. But it says here, the announcement has drawn a flurry of criticism on social media, less directed at companies themselves than questioning what the need to use a buy now and pay later for food service or to say about the increasingly debt-ridden economy. It says, eat now and pay later. A credit apocalypse is coming, the ex-user wrote on Thursday when the partnership was announced. Yeah, shit is getting ready to collapse out here, man. All right, look at this.
So you can now finance a private taxi for your burrito because Klarna, a BNPL company, is teaming up with DoorDash. BNPL, buy now, pay later. You can pay for things in interest-free installments if you pay on time instead of paying all at once. And so it's like okay to finance things. The American consumer does live on credit, but the Klarna assumption is that people will miss payments and they make money from those late fees and other behind-the-scenes charges that happen. So Klarna's revenue actually increased 24% last year at the same time that a lot of Americans were starting to have credit problems. So that's kind of the BNPL aspect of this. There's also the impulse control aspect of this. We have a gambling economy. We have meme coins, sports betting. We love a good vice in the United States. And we can do it completely frictionless. Like, we don't even have to put on pants. Just app it to you and then worry about everything else later. And so the entire attention economy is really about hooking people, making them addicted, and then monetizing that in small increments. None of this is new, but we live in a country of contradiction. So there's a lot of moralizing about the lottery or sports betting, but we monetize them so fully, right? Like, we're always like, that's really bad and people shouldn't be doing that. And then we have companies that enable that to happen. We're at a really interesting point with all of this because Kash Patel is monetizing the FBI. He has his little foundation, and the FBI is all about, you know, fighting back public corruption. That's where we're at, where everything gets monetized. So much convenience, it's so much impulsivity, and there are real winners and losers of the grift economy.
Yeah, man. And the funny part about it is I don't even think it give you a credit boost. You can pay out because I've used this service before, and it works for people that got the money to pay this shit off. You got the money in the account. There's just certain people that don't want to pay full price for something. I'm like, you know what? I got a couple of bills, you know, so I can afford to pay $40 every 2 weeks when everything balances out. It works for those people, but I've never seen my credit score increase using Klarna, but I have to double check because if that's the case, add them payments to your credit score, your shit goes up because it's a credit-based system. It should be reported to the credit bureaus, but allegedly it don't, you know. So it's kind of a bittersweet thing. But this is Joel 1, and I'm gonna start at verses 3. It says, "Tell it to your children of it, and let your children tell their children and their children another generation that the palmer worm have." It says that the palmer worm have the locusts eaten, and that which the locusts have eaten have the cankerworm eaten, and that which the cankerworm have left have the caterpillar eaten. All right, you know, when you go into like famines and locusts, they're like crops and shit like that, you know, and they make it hard to replant certain things so you can get plentiful, you know, to be plentiful in the next harvest. But it says the field is wasted and the land mourneth, for corn is wasted, new wine is dried up, the oil languished. But be ye ashamed, O ye husbandmen, how, O ye vine dressers, for the wheat and for the barley, because the harvest of the field is perished, and the vine is dried up, and the fig leaf languish, and pomegranate tree, and the palm tree also, and the apple tree, and even all the trees of the field are withered, because joy is withered away from the sons of men, man. All right? So this shit is through. This economy is finished, man. So with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Lord's will, you are edified. To the next lesson. Shalom.
Pay later? Look, I understand like car payments, like big time payment, but for food now, you can only imagine what's going to happen. But you think tips are going to be affected? I don't think it's really going to be affected because it's not going to matter. When people have it, pay it later, they're just thinking like, I don't care. I have money, so they're just going to tip normally or maybe just a little better. But from a business perspective, people are going to be ordering a lot more with this as well, which is going to increase demand. And so us Dashers are going to get more orders a lot more frequently. The only sad part in the reality is people are going to go into financial issues because of this. But it doesn't matter because these companies are just going to be making money. I mean, technically, we're all going to be making money except for the customer. The price of eggs go up, but oh yeah, you can pay it later. What do you guys think of this? Let me know in the comments. DoorTrash Dad, signing out.
So you're telling me that DoorDash now does Afterpay? Because I don't know who's going to be more pissed off, Dave Ramsey or Dr. Now. Shit. When my parents were my age, they were closing on a house. Hell, now you can close on a 2-topping deep dish pizza from the damn Domino's. Are you kidding me? If I ever am so damn bad that I can't pay cash for my Domino's pizza, then I'm sorry. You know what? Just go ahead and count me out. Peace. Could you imagine going to a financial advisor and saying, "I'm so sorry, but I'm in debt because, I just really wanted that Sonic milkshake. And I had to DoorDash it and use Affirm." If you're that damn bad, why are you using DoorDash? At that point, just walk.